Welcome to Inside from the Torah portion, Parashat Yethro, and we have a special class about how to be happy with raising kids. And I will give a CBT tool of new thoughts, different thoughts. Because as parents, we feel a lot of time frustration. The kids not always listen to us, they not always do what we want. We feel like they on purpose do stuff that we didn't ask them to. And it can be a difficult experience. So we want a tool today how to deal with it. In Parashat Hashavua Yethro, it talks about Ma'amad Har Sinai, and also there you see that Hashem needed to, they say, kafa aleim har kigit, like put the mountain on them, made them take the Torah, even though they didn't want to. But and you can see even like with God, it wasn't easy. But Rav Volva, he sees the stuff that's hard, source for happiness. He looks at Ma'amad Har Sinai, like wedding. He says that Kadosh Baruch Hu, our God, married Am Israel in Matan Torah, and explains that the essence of happiness is being connecting to somebody that is opposite from you. And I will give example and we'll talk about it, but basically we will see that when we have a connection to people and to people that are different from us, and kids is a good example, can actually create happiness. We will learn about different thoughts that are mistake, and we will learn how to identify it and how to change it, and to create more positive thoughts that will actually influence our feelings and our behavior. So Rav Wolfa in his book Alei Shur, he says, Shamayim va'aretz, sky and earth, ish v'isha, woman and man, neshama v'guf, soul and body, they're opposites. And they can make good to each other, and they can connect. And in every connection of opposites, there's happiness. And this is the essence of the happiness, he says. Every place that there is a connection or being unified together, it makes happy. He explained that the entire creation of the world was created in a way of zachar and nekeva, female and male energy. The male is giving and the female is receiving. And the sky is like the male is giving, it gives rain. And the earth is getting the rain. And according to this, when it's rain, it's like the sky and earth are being together, like people that been married and been together. It's the same idea when it's raining, and that's why when it's rain, the entire world is happy. And they say that in the same idea that every person that doesn't have a wife is without happiness, because the connection with the wife gives happy. And also in Hebrew they say Yeladim ze simcha, kids are happiness, because we connect to the kids and it gives us joy. And they say that the person that doesn't have a wife is not happy because it doesn't have who to unify with. And there's also happiness of mitzvah. Mitzvah, the word mitzvah is from letztavet, like to be together, like tzevet, a team. And happiness of mitzvah is the happy of a person that is connected to his God through the mitzvah. And basically in Sinai, the day that Hashem married Israel, it's the day that we got Torah and mitzvot, and through them we connect to God, and that gives us a lot of happiness and joy. Also in in Beit HaMikdash, everybody unified Am Israel with God, and you can see that a sky and land, mitzvah and Torah, and walking in Beit HaMikdash, everything that there is connection, there's happiness. So now I want to connect it to a CBT idea. So we see that basically when people are happy, when they give to when they're connected, how you connect to other people, you give them. And the kids is the place we give the most. We give from our time, from our energy. We invest so much in them, and it can be a big source of happiness in our life. And in Hebrew, there's a phrase say, "Sof maaseh b'machshava tchila." The end of an action starts with a thought. And it's very connected to the CBT idea, because CBT says that our actions are connected to our thoughts. And basically every action, there's a thought that comes before. And so if we influence the way we think, that will influence the way we behave. And the first idea is to be aware of our thoughts, because in order to change anything, we need to identify what's the problem, and then we can change it. So in order to do that, we will have a diary, tablet of our thoughts, and we will put our thoughts in one column, and then we will identify which thoughts we want to change, and then we will say the new thought that we change in it too. So in the first place, we put the thought, and then we want to see if it's a mistake thought or like a good thought. Mistake thought, it's a thought that it's not true. Like you can think about it in a different way. I will give 3 examples of mistake thoughts, but there can be more. I have a class that I say all the 10 different mistake thoughts, and I will put a link to that video, and also whoever wants to get a chart with all the stuff, it's in Hebrew, and also I all the stuff I say, I write it down in Hebrew. So if somebody wants to read the class, there will be a link to my mail, and you can join my mail list, and you will get the stuff in Hebrew written down, and also the chart written, that you can actually do the process with yourself. So today we'll talk about 3 different mistake thoughts, but there's, like I said, a class that talks about more. So one of them is a thought that we say every time, all the time, never, like you say, like it always happens. That's one of mistake thought, because stuff are not always. There's always like something different, something that didn't happen. Like if somebody say, "Oh, I never can finish something," there must be a time that you did finish something. Maybe you finished, I don't know, elementary school. Maybe you finish a game, a puzzle. You finish something once. So the thought of never, it's a mistake thought. Also a dichotomic thought, like only my friends, only 2 friends like me, and the other part of the class hate me. There's no like gray part. So that's also a mistake. And a third one is when you think about bad stuff, like, oh, everything going to be bad, everybody, I don't know, something bad is going to happen. That's also not a mistake thought, because good stuff can happen too. So after we identify the wrong thought, the mistake thought, we want to see how it's not true. Like when I did something different, can it be a thought that is more adaptive to the situation, or like something that will give a different point of view. And we will ask question that to see if this we can change the way we think about it. We can say, oh, is it true in every case, in every time? Can I think about one time that it was different? Those questions will help us figure out how to change this thought. And now we want to have a new thought. So I will give an example. If I'm as a mother, I'm telling myself, oh, I'm a bad mother. So then I want to raise questions about it, like, what makes me a bad mother? So I say, okay, because my kid never get on time to school. Okay, so the question is like, the kid's not coming every day at school. First of all, it's not always, because there were times that they did came on time. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing is the kids coming on time to school. That's what identify me as a good mother or a bad mother. Like, there's nothing else that counts. What about that I'm taking care of them, that I'm making sure they have healthy food, clean clothes, caring about them, all the other stuff doesn't matter, just if they get on time to school. So we want to put stuff in proportion. Maybe there's something I need to improve in, like getting them on time to school, but it doesn't make me a bad mother just because they don't get on time to school. So you understand the difference? So after I identify what was the mistake thought, I saw how it's not so dichotomic, and how I can, now that I know the problem, I can say, okay, what can I do to improve? How I can change it? I can say to myself, okay, I did whatever I could in order to success, but sometimes it's hard for me. Different ideas like that. Another thing I can ask myself is, first of all, I also can say, okay, I see my effort. Even if I didn't succeed today, doesn't mean that I won't be able to succeed tomorrow. And another thing, I can ask myself what I can learn from what happened, how I can improve, what I can do so it will be easy for me the next time. Like, in instance, if I take the example of it's hard for me to get them on time to school, so I can say, okay, maybe it's hard for me to wake up earlier, but I can make the food from the night before. I can organize the clothes in the night before. Maybe I can put alarm for the kids and ask them to get up before me and start to get ready. Like, there can be different ideas, but first I need to identify what's the problem. Then I can say how I can think about it in a more positive way. Is it true in all cases? And then I need to put it in proportion and say, okay, I did my best. What I can do, what can I learn? Okay, so that already makes me feel much, much happier. Makes easier to raise the kids. And I hope you found this class useful. Please share it with your friends so they can enjoy it too. And you can join my WhatsApp group to get those weekly YouTube videos. So all the information is underneath, in the box underneath the video. Okay, bye.